Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. We're actually in my office and we're going to head out of here right now. If you look on the other side of this window, that's Coach 1286. You can see the guy wearing the number 11 jersey. That's Scott Runkle. 1286 is in production right now. It's an H3 double slide. And I think we should walk downstairs and go take a look at it because I went and checked it. Todd and I went and looked at it this morning, and there's a lot going on in it. We could talk about it's actually a bunk coach, so we can go check that out. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's get out of here. We're going to walk on down this way. Actually, Maritime magazine, which is the magazine that's published by our marketing department, is almost done. And Pete Sutton's in there looking at it. I think the final proof right now. Let's go see if he'll show us some things. Morning. How are you, Michael?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. All right, my goodness. How are you? Good morning, Pete. Everybody knows Pete Sutton.
Howdy.
Head of marketing here at Marathon. And Pete, we saw you in here, and I know that you're working on Maritime. Is this the final proof?
It's pretty close. This is the final color proof. The way printing works nowadays is you turn in a file. We get 1 to 2 rounds of color proofs. These are supposed to show exactly what you're going to get on press, so you don't get a surprise. The little booklet over here is actually not color accurate, but it shows what it looks like when it's put together.
Oh,
So
cool.
that way, Mickey and I and Deb can read through the whole thing and double check it, make sure that the files made it there intact, and look for any last minute corrections, because it's no such thing as a perfect magazine, but
Right.
you're always trying to make it perfect. So yeah, this is pretty close to it. Probably by the end of the day, we'll be done, and this will be off to press permanently, and then I'll be on to the next big project.
Well, let's walk around it and have Pete show us a few different things. But if you have any questions for Pete while we're in here with him, before we head down to see Coach 1286, feel free to ask. We got Mickey with us this morning, so if you have any questions, let us know. Pete, show me your favorite aspect. If you had to pick one right
Sure.
now, it'll probably change in a half hour. But what's your favorite aspect of this?
The cover, man.
The cover.
It's the cover, and I didn't even do this one. This one was done by Sarah. She, this is a technique that I did a while back, and I had her shoot it for me.
So this
She
is
did a
the
great
cover,
job.
and this is the back.
That's the back.
The
But
back.
what's fun is this coach was shot in our parking lot. The water's real. I mean, we actually brought in a giant water truck, spent $200, and we plugged the drain and flooded the parking lot. So that
I remember when you did this.
You get the pretty reflection of the coach in the water, and then Sarah stitched in the mountains in the background, and she did a really good job.
It's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, it was such a good job. We made it the cover, and to me that is the fun part of marketing and graphics, is that fun part of whoever thinks of renting a water truck for marketing.
No, you're absolutely right.
That makes it a kick in the pants.
Well, and this is something that, I have seen you and Mickey and Todd and Sarah do. Our marketing team, I mean, I don't have to tell you because it's your department. You guys are constantly pushing things, constantly thinking outside the box. And this is, quite frankly, something that our competition doesn't do, that very few companies think of as a magazine completely done in-house. Not just about Marathon, but about the lifestyle.
That's right. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff in here, this issue, that if anybody who's watching this and they get the magazine, there's a big story about NASCAR and the rally, which Mickey and I both got to go to that one. That was a real kick in the pants. But there's also stuff in here about some friends of ours, a lot of our owners who travel together through the western states.
Excellent.
They do dry camping. They go all over the place. So there's a lot of fun stories there, and we got to go there, and that was a fun one. We were going out to meet Jack and Lois, and we knew it was going to be in the desert, and so we're driving out there, follow the directions. They were handwritten, and next thing we know, we're crossing the Arizona border, and we had no idea we were going to Arizona that day.
I remember I was down in Indio that day. I remember
It was
that.
awesome. So fun little stories like that. We do try and put QR codes in the magazine now so that all of the hard work, some of it's yours and Todd's, of the video connections. We talk about the bays in this because the bays have been updated.
It's a great picture of Richard Petty.
Yep.
A lot of these photos are Mickey's photos.
Yes.
A lot of these photos are your photos.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of Todd in here too.
Yeah, and Sarah's work is now in here.
Well, Sarah got the cover.
Yeah, this has become a team effort, that's what to me is the most fun of what we're doing is everybody has talent. Everybody is kind of exploring that talent, and to me that's what makes the whole thing work. And
absolutely.
That's the pants. But there's some of Deb's work in here too, because we also have a story of the last rally that we had, the club rally.
Right.
So we also have a preview of our Canada rally coming up. So there's a lot of good stuff in this episode, or this magazine. Mickey and I are both pretty proud of it and where it's going.
Well, you should be. This is a really neat function that is very unique to Marathon. So, unlike the calendar, if you want to see this magazine, you come see us for a tour.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I'm going to tell you. You want to see this amazing magazine and take one home, I encourage you to come and take a tour. We do daily tours here. This magazine is also going to be sent to our Texas and Florida locations, I would assume?
Yes.
Okay.
And all of our customers, we mail them a copy. And so,
Good.
yes, there will be a stack at every one of our locations as well.
That's great. So go into a Marathon location, whether it be Florida, Texas, or at the world headquarters here in Coburg, Oregon, to take a look at this. It really is an amazing work. I know that Mickey's got a few questions. We were planning on only being headed on down to C1286.
Right. One more quick story in there. That's right. About.
Oh, there's a Marathon Monday article. That's right. We shot these. Pete shot these photos, and I'm really excited about it. It's got Sarah in the photo, Todd in the photo. You got a photo of myself with Dave Bash here, and an article that Mickey wrote about the show and about why we do it. And probably some things about the silly host in there. So thank you for letting us invade your space. I know that it's a busy time for you because you're trying to get this done. When is this going to go to final print? When are you sending it?
It'll be this evening. We'll be done with it on our end of it. We go after this. They call us with a schedule, and we start going to when they run it on the press. And we'll spot check certain pages, and that's just to make sure that the colors on these proofs match what's on press.
Excellent.
Once I feel like, they're on the money and they're not deviating from that, then I can walk away from it and let it run.
That is great. A question that we're going to get, and so I'm going to ask it for our viewers. When is the magazine going to be available on our website digitally? Is that something that you're considering?
Well, we don't put the magazine in its entirety up. We generally will split it by story. So we'll start putting the stories up this week.
Great.
And then
so where would they go to view that?
Just our website. They'll actually be every place from our homepage, and we also have a lifestyle section.
Oh, that's right.
And there is, under the lifestyle section, there is something called Maritime. And all the stories will be in Maritime, and so they'll be sprinkled throughout the website.
So head on over to Marathon Coach's website, head to the lifestyle tab, and then look for the Maritime magazine.
But give me a week.
But give him a week. All right, Pete. Thank you so much. Let's head on down to C1286. Mickey, before we leave, was there any questions for Pete on this that we should ask him before we?
No, you just have greetings from around the world.
Oh, that's great.
And then we have someone asking why we don't do YouTube live broadcasts, but we do put Marathon Mondays with Mal on YouTube.
Yeah. And everybody, Mickey doesn't get to be on camera very often, but here she is. A weary traveler. She was down. Just tell us real quickly, where have you been over the last 2 weeks? Besides all over the South. And I know because I got to see a lot of the photos.
Charleston,
okay.
Savannah, Tybee Island, did a run there for sea turtles.
Oh my goodness.
Nashville, Pigeon Forge, all through the Smoky Mountains. I don't really remember. I'm still a little tired.
Wow.
But I ate my way through the South, and it was amazing.
That's so great. And So stay tuned because you're going to be able to see a lot of those photos and stories coming up over the next several months on Marathon's website. We're in the dark corner of Michael LeBrazer. Let's let's head on downstairs and check out Coach 1286. Tears for Fears in the background. Nothing like 80s music on a Monday morning, you know? What's your favorite 80s music, everybody? Me? There's no doubt, 100% Daryl Hall and John Oates. Okay, let's turn around here and look in here. I want to show you another thing that is very important for Marathon as we're going to just really quickly show you. Our safety coordinator, Jeff, is in there with a couple of new employees. They go through a safety training. It's something that's very important to Marathon is safety, and that's one thing that Jeff really concentrates on. So safety training going on behind us. And then if we turn around, boom, right here in the showroom. Let's head this way. Coach 1194, this one's for sale. We've seen it before. We've had it on Marathon Mondays recently. It's a great coach, well maintained. That one's for sale. If you're interested, you know where to find it. Oh, speaking about knowing where to find him, I knew he was back, so let's head over here.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, brother.
How's it going?
How are you? Everybody, Dave Bash. So what are you doing this morning? You've been gone.
I've been gone.
You were
for
gone
the
last week?
9 days.
Okay, 9 days. Where'd you go?
Brownsville, Texas.
Okay, on a delivery?
Yeah.
That's excellent. We just found out, you know, Mickey was out on the road for the last 2 weeks. You were out for the last week and a half.
Uh-huh.
So how were things down in Texas?
Hot and muggy.
Hot and muggy.
Yeah. don't wanna go
Delivery?
back. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was right out on the Gulf, and so
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it was right on the water.
Well, if anyone knows where the coaches are around the United States, you'd be it. So, yeah, so we're probably gonna, depending on your schedule, try to do a show with you next week if we can grab you.
Sure.
Awesome.
As far as I know, I'm going to be here.
As far as you know, that could change right on Monday morning.
Could be.
We're actually going to head into 1286.
Very good.
Thanks, Dave.
See you later.
Hey Mel, we do have a response to your favorite 80s question.
Oh, break it down.
Aha, Take Me On from CJ.
Oh, Aha's Take On Me.
Yes, sorry.
So Take On Me, that's the first video that incorporated animation and live people, and I remember that. It was a big thing for MTV. So 1286 is in production, so we're kind of weaving our way through here. And I think we're coming up right on break time, so we should hear a buzzer in the next probably 1 minute. Just like I knew I was looking at my watch. So it's break time. Everybody, you got a second?
Oh, sure.
Just real
It's my
quick.
break, but that's fine. Killing me.
We saw you from my window. Everybody's Scott Runkle. And we know it was you because we saw the softball jersey.
Softball jersey.
So real quickly, we're going to walk into your area of 1286. We're not going to take your break time, but it's a bunk coach, right?
Correct.
Awesome. So what are you working on today in 1286?
I personally am working on a Wayne's Wall.
Okay.
Curbside Wayne's Wall. And Nick, the other installer, is working on the bunks.
Excellent.
So maybe after break we have a meeting, but after that, I don't know how long you're going to be rolling.
We'll
but-
probably only be on for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, so you won't catch them. But
Yeah.
Yeah, a little Wayne's Wall, an occasional table on the curbside.
Okay.
It's a tricky one. Got a nice scribe underneath the trapezoid, so it's started right there.
Very
but
cool.
It's
Awesome.
a difficult one. So
Have a good break, brother.
Thanks, Mel.
Thanks again.
Enjoy your day.
You too. All right. So we're going to head on up.
All right, Mal, we have another one.
You bet.
Ken says, Rick Astley, never gonna give you up.
Oh, right. But we're gonna give you up. Yeah, you know.
Don't quit the DJ.
I know. I'm not gonna quit my day job. That's for sure. Oh. Who's yeah, never. Yeah, that's not Rick Astley, is it?
I think it is.
I think it is.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Goodness.
I I miss the days of Rick rolls.
Rick rolls, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Where you catch that guy anyway. We digress, but keep sending us your 80s songs because there's nothing like 80s music. Okay. So this is 1286. We're in the middle of production here, and part of the reason that you shoot at 9 o'clock in the morning is because we don't want to invade production space. So they are just headed off to break. So we're going to take a real quick walk through here and just kind of check on 1286. It's a bunk coach. This is what Scott was working on over here. Looking over here in the galley. Good sized pantry space right here. One thing I really like, and you can see it right here, is we line every single cabinetry is lined on the inside with this great material. It's a engineered leather, according to Mike Perotti. It's got a certain small percentage of real cowhide involved, but it's scratch proof. It's very cleanable, and it's kind of got a grippy surface, and it wears a whole lot better. It's much more cleanable than, say, your automotive carpet that used to be used in the RV industry. So this is a really great, and it comes in all kinds of colors. And this color was actually selected. And 1286 is a designer choice that Al Christensen and Brenda Kraft are working on together. So this coach is going to be for sale, and it's a bunk coach, and you can see right here.
All right, we have another one. You want to hear it?
Yeah, you got another 80s song?
I have two. So Jake likes Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood.
Yep.
And David likes another one, Bites the Dust by Queen.
By Queen, yeah. Oh, Freddie Mercury, what a voice. Absolutely. Shake it down, down, down. Shake it down, down, down. That's good stuff. Oh, man, I tell you. I had that on 45. I had another one, Bites the Dust, on 45, for those of you who like your vinyl. My man Todd on the camera, he loves his vinyl.
Indeed.
Indeed. Here's the bunks. This is where the bunks are going to go. And as you can see, there's some storage underneath. Won't show you too much in here because there's really not much going on yet. But this is where the bunks are going to be installed, and the full bath on this side. So, full bath there, and it's going to have a half bath in the rear. You can see this is where the bed is, of course. Storage above, storage on each side, large storage on this side, and actually this is where washer and dryer are going to go, right over here. And one thing that's really neat, you can see them scribing down here. We've been to the cabinet shop many times. We've seen our craftsmen working. Each one of these is labeled where it goes, and you see that they're scribing it. Everything is labeled and everything is detailed to make sure that it is set correctly, and a very tight tolerance when it comes to our cabinetry. We want to make sure that the cabinets are uniform across and they hold their integrity. So let's walk to the front of the coach and sign off for the week. We've been running, we're trying to run these shows, about 20 to 25 minutes, and I think we're coming up against it. So this has been kind of a quick peek at 1286 and a good peek at the Maritime magazine, which we really didn't plan on seeing this morning, but that is exactly what we wanted to see, is kind of an in-depth look at it. Mickey, any other thoughts before we sign off for the week?
Well, we have lots of well wishes from everywhere. Gerald says impressive work.
Is that Gerald Bennett?
It is.
I appreciate you watching, Gerald. I know you watch almost every week. You don't miss one, so thank you so much for watching. Run to the spotlight
Then
here.
Tom says anything by Bob Seger, Roll Me Away.
Oh my
Halloween
gosh.
Night.
Let me tell you about Bob Seger real quick.
Okay.
Detroit's own Bob Seger. I have a coffee table book on Bob Seger. I love Bob's Night Moves. Night Moves is one of the best songs ever written. Don't get me started on Bob Seger. That's a whole nother show.
So then we have Robert, who likes Working for the Weekend by Loverboy.
Yes. Working for the Weekend. Yeah. That could be an anthem.
Oh, Jake likes Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. GNR. Yeah. There's nothing like There's nothing like Axel. It's my Axel dance. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you have a good week. We're all in a good mood here at Marathon. It's good to have Mickey back. She's been on the road for a couple of weeks, so we're gonna go get some. I'm gonna get some coffee. Mickey's gonna get some tea. I'm sure Todd will get coffee, and you do the same. Have a good week. Feel free to email me, malw@marathoncoach.com. Oh, I got some great emails over the weekend. I got some emails from some people, and I want to mention them real quick. Just real quick, Matt Long sent me a great email on some shows. So my buddy Matt Long, and then I talked with a guy named Charles Kelly this morning, who is also someone who watches quite often. So thank you for all of your emails, everybody. Keep sending them in, malw@marathoncoach.com. Comment right there on Facebook and on YouTube later this afternoon. And don't forget to like Marathon Mondays Facebook page. Marathon Mondays with Mal Facebook page. And while you're there, you better head on over to marathoncoach.com and check out our inventory. Have a good week, everybody, and be yourself and do good things.
They probably will be a little bit